Independence Day 2023, and a little over a year ago in August we did a very similar trip to a different part of the country as we went to I don't remember what it was, Petersburg something, West Virginia.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
A family from Blacksburg, Virginia, where we got Yuki, and today we are going on an investigative trip down to Madison, Indiana, to potentially get a chocolate, purebred English female that, if all goes as planned and nothing kind of jumps up that we're not supposed to, Yazzie will be a part of the Converse family. And why are we doing this?
Because we're crazy. I was thinking we named Yuki, which we spell Y-U-K-I, a Y name. It was very hard to find, and we usually do them in pairs of two, like Dixie and Darla, Ginger and Josie, Butch and Boomer, and Shay and Shelby. And so now, after Yuki, we found Yazzie to be the name we would like to use for this little girl. The other thing is it's hard, as we investigate on AKC, all the puppies, to find a breeder that not only uses OFA certified parents and is what we would call a very reputable breeder, bred with heart according to AKC, but also one who agrees to give us breeding rights, which is very it can be difficult for a breeder to do that and agree to it, and so that's been part of the journey. There's also a lot of other hoops we want to make sure we stay dilute free as breeders.
What does that mean?
And that means we don't have, when we do genetic testing, that the dogs we get do not have any dilute genes, which is what people use to breed silvers, and those are not recognized by AKC as a color. So we try to we have all
that's just our
dilute-free.
philosophy
Yes.
of it.
Yeah, so we have black, chocolate, and yellows, and those are the colors. We also looked for a while at the red fox, which are actually a yellow, but it's just a very dark
And our
reddish
whites
yellow.
actually are considered yellow
Yes.
too. So.
And the silvers actually go under the chocolate, and I am continuing to be educated on all of it from different breeders, but I thought it was a Weimaraner mixed influx, so they weren't really pure AKC labs, but my understanding is just that dilute gene that's in the AKC labs coming from both parents can lead to having silver pups, but it can affect the quality, I guess, or the healthiness of the dog's coat, and so we do want to stay away from anything that would be unhealthy in any way to our dogs, so that we can have the healthiest puppies to provide for families. So anyway, that's all been part of the search of this puppy, and actually, which is the second of the puppies, I think, for this summer, because we are set to pick up a black male that is English, and on the 15th that we actually put a deposit down on first before we decided to do another chocolate female. Our dogs are a good mixture of American and English, with the emphasis on temperament, wanting to give the dogs that would provide the best pets for people. We have there are a lot of breeders who sell their dogs for show, I call conformity, and or for competitions, hunting, different things. Therapy dogs, there's all kinds of
think it's also a timing thing in transition of where we are currently with breeding and the ages of our dogs, and then also, of course, most importantly, the health and well-being of our dogs. They are our pets. We love them. They are also, I guess, considered business assets in regards to our breeding side, and that is a difficult aspect, because when they get to the point of age of being retired, for whatever reason that would be, as Dixie has been retired now, will be 3 years coming up in a month or so, and then Darla being retired back in April, and Butch being retired about 3-4 weeks ago. We kind of come into a situation now where we love them, but we cannot fiscally as well as sanity have we have 9 dogs now. With Yazzie coming, will be 10. With the other pup coming shortly, will be 11. We have been able to secure a great family for Butch. They are coming next week to pick him up. Friends of ours. They have acreage. They have a pond. They have a teenage boy, a preteen, that are just in love with him, and it's going to be just a fantastic situation. And now come to grips with and are starting the process in regards to Darla, and so which is very difficult, but again, the health and well-being of her, to be able to get the attention and love and care that goes into what being a responsible pet owner is all about. And so, part of this video also is to kind of give the news and transition, sort of the state of the state.
In 1 mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 173, I-71 south toward Louisville.
It's very rude. And so, if anybody watching this video has an interest in her at this point, we have not gotten anybody who has reached out. Basically, we've only made this public in the last 24 hours, and then when we post this, we would be glad to. I've got some information that I would give to you that you could look at, and then we could spend some time talking about what that really means. So we are excited about the changes, and so anyway, this is kind of phase 1 of the new addition.
Exit right 2, exit 173, I-71 south toward Louisville.
Thank you. Of where we're going and what we're doing. We're very thankful for the numbers of families that we have had the blessing to meet over the years, the number of smiles we've been able to put on faces, the number of the number of situations that have caused such positive outcomes in families' lives for whatever reason. Therapy dogs, people who have lost loved ones and they've become companions to replace previous dogs, for young married couples to have their first hairy child, those type of things. It's been a really, really cool thing to be a part of. So we just see this as a continuation, and it's also, Gina didn't allude to this, but it's also been really cool for us to go through this process again, so that we can better understand and equate to what the families that God brings to us with our puppies are going through, so we can better communicate and meet their needs, as well as being able to kind of get to know other breeders, talk to them, be honest with you, kind of wean others out to those that we really relate to and are very similar to us. We will post this on our Facebook page and on our website, the breeders that we have gotten to know, that we've got dogs through, that have meant a lot to us, and if they could ever help our families, we're okay with that. And even in an education kind of way and a philosophy change, because we have come, at least me full circle with philosophy on the limited registration versus the full registration, and making the full registration, which means breeding rights, a little bit more available to people who want to do that, where before we would sell it, but it was at a very steep price, which coming to get where we are and wanting to be able to have a pup, it's just kind of opened my eyes to God's in control of our business and it doesn't really matter, and I'm not really worried in competition with anybody else. We have what we do. He's going to open up doors for families that we can meet their needs, and that's just kind of the way it is. So anyway, this is kind of the first video like this in the next couple of weeks, and we'll do this again when we go pick up the black male. We're kind of undecided on a name really for that dog as of now, and so we'll update that as it's coming, but also in just a little bit, at least in video world, as we stop this, the next things you'll see will be our new addition, Yazzie. So there you go. And we now have our newest addition, Miss Yazzie. Beautiful chocolate, purebred English. And she's about to meet her new family. And if she makes it through that, everything will be great. Guys, there goes Shell.
She heard her barking and was about to take off. I know.
Look what Mama has, a new toy.